So this is my first go at an envelope journal. It's 3 envelopes. You can see here this is one envelope, and then another envelope flap makes the connection, and then the same thing on the other end, so it ends up being a trifold. So I'm going to do a little flip through here for you, and you can see how I put this one together. It's for my cousin. Her name's Karen. So I used the beads from the Dollar Tree and DMC thread to kind of use a macrame type style of knots. And then I stitched it to the fabric scrap and then glued that to the envelope. So it's kind of a simple cover, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I chose the green, number 1, because it had hearts, and 2, because it picks up a little bit of the green from here, and green and purple are just the best together, in my opinion. So on this page, I put a couple charms on the button from behind, so it would hang from behind it. So that turned out super cute. And this is just fabric that I hand stitched, running stitch I think it's called, and pulled it together to gather it for the scrunch, and then glued it to the corner folder flap. And in that flap I have hearts punched onto just typing paper. So this is folded up to fit the spot. And then this is from a journal that I got at a yard sale that had the binders. Very pretty. And then the envelope packet has this with just cardstock. This was a card front that I cut off the words and trimmed it to fit, and then put white on it. And then this is just a pretty little paper doily. I got those, I think I got those at the Dollar Tree also. And then I inserted this card flap. This is a greeting card that I cut the words off the bottom, used washi tape here for a hinge in the middle, and then this is a little peekaboo. So this picture was on the inside of the greeting card. And then I glued the top and bottoms together to make the pocket, and put the little heart on there to match. And that's writing space. On this side, it is just the back. So it was a double printed cardstock. So I just left the pretty colors on that side because it ties in so well with the others. Okay, flip that over to get it back in there. And then on this side, I made a band. And a lot of times I'm finding that when I do just bands, skinny bands especially, the stuff just falls out the bottom. So I glued the bottom of the heart on there to keep it from slipping through like that. And then back here, I just have a little sheet of vellum folded to write on. And then it's just kind of a pretty frosted look over the design on that, which is the back side of the greeting card. Oh, wrong pocket. That's why it won't fit good. And then, of course, this is just a piece of cardstock with the heart punched through both. So it's kind of a surprise heart there, hidden behind the other one. This was a postcard that came with a box of cards that I bought in the past. And then, this is just some lace ribbon that I have because I keep stuff like that. And again, I used the DMC floss and just hand stitched between the holes that were already part of the lace to make that pocket. And then in here, I just have this saying about if you fall, your friend can help you up, about 2 are stronger than 1. And then, yeah, so it's just about how we need each other, and that was cool. And then a blank lined paper that came from a journal also. I just loved how these tabs were there from how I pulled it out of the binding that it came in. And then this envelope was so pretty with it all. I actually took the glue apart, so now it's a writing page. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. So those all go in the envelope pocket. And it just adds that little interest of texture here. And then that is another tuck. And this is the back. I debated about putting cardstock or something on here, but decided just to leave that for her to do something with or not. And then this, I fussy cut out of a greeting card and glued to cardstock, which it's white cardstock, but I stained it with the chalk and the little craft pom-pom trick. I learned that from several of these things I learned from YouTube people, but I will try to put links if I can find them to other videos. Oh, look, I tucked that in there. This is supposed to be the tuck for this one. So those colors are all fun together, good. This, I punched the holes with an awl and then hand stitched the thread. This is a greeting card, just glued on the two sides, so it would be a loose flap here for this one, which was also a greeting card. I got bags of greeting cards from some from a friend who picked them up at yard sales, and then I found some at yard sales too. So I just covered up the sentiment that was on there, and the rest was so pretty just the way it is. I left it that way. And then this was a greeting card also. Loved the color scheme with everything together, so I just popped it on a nice big sheet of cardstock for another writing space to tuck in the envelope pocket. And then this is another washi tape hinge and cardstock with card embellishment glued on. It was actually, you know, full size, but I cut it in half and cut the cardstock the appropriate size, and then I did trim with fussy cutting scissors around the scallop, and I love how that turned out. This was from a calendar I got at an estate sale. It was a calendar book. Super cool. That's going to be a fun writing place, and again, got that neat edge that the journal makes when you tear it out. And this was just cardstock with lace. This one I glued the whole lace right on the whole thing, not making a pocket, because I used this for a pocket in another one, and it was a little bit flimsy, so I opted not to do that with this one. And then this was just a pretty piece of paper I had that I tore down. It might even be from the inside of a book, actually. And then I added the little hummingbird embellishment sticker on that. And this was also from a purchased journal of some sort. Maybe, planner. A planner. That's the word I'm looking for. And then it flips right back around to the front. So just a quick flip through. There we go. And we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to put a clasp of any sort on it. It's not too fat, so I don't think I will, because it'll crunch this. And I don't know if I don't think it needs it. It stays together pretty well. So all in all, very, very happy with how that turned out. It was super fun just to work at it a few minutes at a time here and there and have a project going on. So hope you enjoy it and got some ideas for your own creative play.